Boy moms, I'm seeing this trend go around, so I'm gonna go ahead on and say the things that I teach my son in order to maintain a healthy relationship. The first thing I will always correct and check him on is that you are not the man in my life. You are the child in my life. My son, not my partner, not my spouse. That is all you will ever be to me. My son. You were not sent by God to be a makeup relationship for the failed relationships I had with men before you arrived. That is not your role. The other main thing is you will never be the man of the house. You are forever the child of the house. I am never going to tell my son he's the man of the house. I never have. I never will. That is not his role. I am teaching my son to grow up and be a protector and a provider to the woman of his choosing, not me. I am teaching my son that if he chooses a wife, his wife comes before me. He is to not put me before his family of his choosing. That will be the family that he is to be protective of and provide for above any other. Our bond and our relationship will maintain the tact based on the respect that I give him for his choices in life, his partnership, his choosing. I will never make him feel like he has to put me first because I raised him. And I can only hope that if my son chooses to procreate, that he teaches his children to do the same. That he teaches his children that their relationship is strictly parent to child. It is not a spousal relationship of any kind. This isn't Build-A-Bear where I turn him into the man that I would have liked for his father to be to me. Or the relationship that I would have liked my father to be to me. My son is my son. And that is what I'm raising him to be, my son. And I know everybody raises their children to their own liking, but I will say if you're raising your child to think that they're more to you than just your child by building that partnership and that bond where you make them feel like you have to be first in their life, you are setting your child up to think of you as a partnership. And they're not going to be able to go off and choose another without your jealousy coming into play. Because that's what it is when you get upset that your son would rather put his girlfriend and his wife first. You're being jealous of the fact that he's moved on to being the provider, the protector, the man to another woman. And that is not okay.
Let me tell you something. You see, this woman, I would ask, how she got into the situation of being a single mother. Simply because she seems very logical in her thinking. Okay. This woman is like, I don't care what you heard. I might be raising my son, but there will be no son husbands here. Okay? Because I'm letting him know from however old he is right now that this ain't it for everything. I'm trying to give you the tools that you can grow up and you can be whoever it is that you need to be. Possibly maybe you go and you spend time with your dad, you spend time with me, whatever it is that's necessary. I have your back. However, you gonna get up and go get your own life one day. I'm not expecting you or to be forever indebted to me because I'm your mom and I raised you and I taught you this and I did that for you, and woe is me because now I can't find a man and I can't find a relationship, and so I'm putting the burden on you to be there for me, support me, be the man of the house, be the man around me to protect me. No, you're my child. You're my child. I'm supposed to be there to support you. I'm supposed to be there to represent you. I'm supposed to be there to help you in your time of need. But I'm not going to be raising you in a way that you're going to feel indebted to me in such a manner that you have to go out and neglect the relationships that you could possibly be in, neglect your girlfriend, your wife, whoever, because I'm supposed to be the first one, that you think of in every situation. It's not healthy, and it's not. It's not. I said this in a different video and I have to say it again. There's so many women who genuinely feel like they are doing, their baby daddy or their ex-husband or whoever, however it got into a situation where it's the father of their children. They genuinely think that they're doing the father a disservice when they raise their children. And they're like, oh, you the man of the house now. You the only real man in my life. My son, he's the better man than all the men I ever met. It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. Let a man break up with his wife or ex-wife, baby mama, whoever, and he tell his daughter, this is the best woman I've ever met in my whole life. She's way better to me than all the women that I've ever seen before. She the woman of the house. People will look at him like, Wear the handcuffs, sir. We about to throw you up under the jail because that don't make no sense. We need to investigate. But women do it all the time. They inflate their son's ego. Oh, yeah, well, you're the man of the house now, so, you got to be the one to do this. Oh, remember, you got to take care of us. You got to protect us. They put this burden on this child's mind so that he has to grow up quickly and be in a role that she could not keep somebody in. I'm going to say it again. They want their sons to have this burden on them. They can't focus in school. They can't focus on the things that they want to do in their life. They can't have a certain vision for their own plan because they have to be under the regime of this woman who was unable to find somebody or find a man to fit the role. So now she's trying to raise up her son, to be within that same role so it can benefit her. We see it all the time. A lot of people who have gone into the street life, they always talk about how the father wasn't there, but we never even do the backstory. Okay? We never do the backstory. Yes, there are situations where men are not involved in their child's life and, for whatever reason, for whatever situation, they're not ready, they get afraid or whatever, and they do walk away. There is those situations. But we need to also talk about, there's a lot of situations where women become pregnant in situations where this man blatantly told you he did not want no children and you had one anyway, where you thought that having a baby would change him or it would save you guys' relationship, and so you had one anyway, where you thought that it was going to give you leverage and you was going to be the number one baby mama, although he had some other children with another woman, and that situation didn't work out. You wanted leverage against the other women, so you had a child. Your clock was ticking and you didn't know if this was going to be the right fit in the relationship, but what you did know was that this person was going to be the fool that was going to impregnate you at the time frame that you wanted, and you had no desire or no want to even be in a relationship with him, and you had the child anyway. But a lot of these women, they then grow these sons. A lot of the history of, them being in the streets and slanging and doing all this stuff is because their mother is saying, oh, I sure do need help with the light bill. Oh, well, I wish I could get some extra help around here. Oh, well, you the man of the house. You supposed to help me. You supposed to, support your mama. You supposed to be there for me. When we check the villain story, usually there's a woman out there pushing him out there. Yeah, be a man already. Hurry up. Because I need a man in my life, and you look like you the best suitor. So hurry up and be a man so I could, push you out there and make you grow up faster than necessary. So instead of you looking at me as your mother, an authoritative figure who is there to nurture you, care for you, guide you, assist you in being the best version of yourself, instead of that, you look at me as an equal. We on the same playing field. You could talk to me any kind of way. You could disrespect me. You could give me an attitude. You can do whatever it is, because I'm making you feel like we're on the same level playing field so that I can benefit from you and whatever future success it is that you have. A lot of women who create these son-husbands relationships, they end up losing the relationship with their son whenever their son realizes, like, wait a minute, you're tripping. Or whenever their son gets into a relationship with the woman and the woman is like, okay, but like, why is it that every time we hanging out, she calling you? Why she got a problem with everybody you ever been with? When that son wakes up, now he has all this resentment towards her. You see the way that this woman is raising her son? In a healthy manner, with a healthy relationship, with healthy boundaries. These are the women that end up gaining a daughter. These are the women where, the girl, the son's wife or girlfriend, whatever, she can't wait to be around her. Because she's like, oh, you just feel so respectful. She doesn't ask for much. She doesn't do too much. Oh, she's so kind. She's super supportive of you. And, oh, wow. Because now she's a mother to me too. Not only is she your mother, but she's my mother also. These mothers that's raising these son husbands, They be competing with the girlfriend. Oh, no, I knew it wasn't gonna work. Oh no. Oh, why she look like that? Oh, why she do? Oh no. Sometimes you have those same women trying to control what you do in your relationship and how that woman behave with you. Oh well, you better let her know. You better tell her your mama come first. You know, she better know that she's secondary in your life. It's unhealthy. It's so unhealthy. People always talk about the trauma from their daddy not being there and daddy's trauma and this and that. And is that traumatic? Absolutely. But why is it that we never talk about the trauma that a lot of these women cause their sons and their daughters, which that's a whole nother video for a whole different day. Because yes, you're the parent who decided to, take on the responsibility 100% and stuff like that. But a lot of the times you guys take on this responsibility and then you blame your children for it. Or you keep up a tally of all the things that you ever done for them and you let them know that at some point they got to pay for it. It don't make sense. It's unhealthy. It's toxic. Kudos to this woman. Okay. Kudos to this woman for standing firm on how she's going to keep that healthy boundary with her son. I think it's very necessary. Very necessary. This conversation that she's having should be the norm. But we're in a space that is obviously not. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.